Hey, what's up you guys? Today I'm bringing you a sort of different type of video. It's not makeup, it's not fashion, it's not a vlog. I'm actually participating in a 31-day drawing challenge this year called Inktober. It was created by someone called Jake Parker, and essentially there's 3 rules. You just have to make a drawing every day in ink and post it online with the hashtag Inktober. And I really wanted to do this challenge because I haven't done traditional art in so long. Normally when I draw now, I do it digitally on a program called but you know what? I thought this would be really interesting, so I'm gonna participate in this challenge this year. So there is an official prompt list for Inktober, and the first day's prompt was Swift. So I decided to draw a witch in the spirit of Halloween. Swiftly flying off on her broom. So as you see here, I'm first making some markings in pencil. And this is just to help me kind of get an idea of how I want the piece to look, the layout. Like, you don't really have to commit to the ink right away. You can just lay out what you want your drawing to generally look like before you lay down ink. And I'm drawing her sitting on this broom. And I drew a little, I thought it was a cat at first, but I turned it into like a bat ears brooch. And as you can see here, I thought the cape I drew was too short, so I'm extending it out, making it big and billowy like Superman. I started drawing when I was really little. As soon as my fine motor skills would let me hold a pencil, I was drawing. And I remember a huge inspiration for me when I was little was Pokemon. And I would try and draw all of the characters in Pokemon, and I had the official Pokemon handbook, and I would copy the pictures of the Pokemon out. And here now you see that I'm using a Sakura Micron, how do you call those? The Pigma pens from Micron, Sakura Micron, whatever. I'll leave a link down below to where you can get them. I just bought them on Amazon. But a lot of people ink with these pens during Inktober, so I thought I would give them a try. I find that they're a bit dry. Like, it doesn't feel really nice inking with them on paper, but they don't smudge at all, which I really appreciate. When I was younger and I used to ink my traditional drawings, I would use a fine liner and it would smudge all over the place and it was terrible. So I guess I can't complain too much. So now that I have a general shape, I'm starting to do some of the inking. I think this is a really bad habit of mine where I start inking before I know fully what I'm gonna do with the piece. And I'm just giving her a little swooshy witch hat and drawing in her arm. Again, when I was saying like it's a bad habit of mine, I forgot to like draw where her sleeves end, so I ended up adding them later in ink and it looks really weird, but whatever, I already did it, so I have to commit to it now. And now that I've laid down some ink, I'm gonna erase some of the pencil lines just to clean up the piece a bit. Here we go, I give her a little smile with a fang. I think that I really would like to practice how to do proper line widths, because as you can see here, when I try and make my lines thicker, they look really chunky and sketchy. But you know what? It's only day 1. I have 30 more days to improve. And here I thought that the witch broom was maybe too short, or that her arm wouldn't look natural gripping that sort of handle, so I'm just redrawing it here. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna follow like a Halloween, witchy, spooky type of theme as well for my Inktober drawings. I just felt like drawing a witch that day. So I did. And oh god, that hand. You know what? It's not the worst hand I've ever drawn, so I'll take it. There we go. That's a really mini skirt to be flying in, but it's cute, so whatevs. And then I'm drawing her billowy cape. Again, using the eraser to clean up some of the pencil marks so that it looks less sketchy. And now I'm working on the broom. Going back to the official prompt list, I think it's actually very important that you follow the prompt list, because I know a big problem for me when I draw is that sometimes I'll spend a really long time just thinking or coming up with ideas to draw, and then I never end up putting anything down on paper or my canvas or whatever. But if you're given a prompt, then it kind of limits or helps spurs your creative thinking so that you'll meet the prompt and you'll spend less time thinking about what to draw and actually draw it. I saw some of the other people's Inktober drawings on Instagram, and it just gets me so happy because I can see all these people participating in this huge worldwide artistic event and how creative some of the pieces are. Not everyone is following the prompt list, and that's totally okay, but I know I'm gonna use it for the whole 31-day challenge. So I added some texture to the broom, and now I'm erasing again. And I think I'm covering up her snooch a little bit because her dress is really short. And just adding a bit of line weight here and there. And now I'm using this terrible like whiteboard marker to color in bits of her, like her dress. Honestly, this marker is not that great because it's a little bit streaky when you put it on, but it's what I had at the time. I do have like a liquid India ink that I was planning to use with like a brush, but this paper in the sketchbook is not incredibly thick, so I probably have to use caution if I'm going to use that in the future. But you will probably see Inktober drawings using that sort of ink. Also, I won't be uploading a video for every Inktober drawing that I'll be doing in the month of October, simply because I don't think I'll have time to do this. But you'll definitely see more than one, so keep your eyes peeled. Otherwise, you can follow me on Instagram at Vaninibean, which is spelt the same as my YouTube channel, to see all of my Inktober works. Look at that, ain't she a cute? The CK, there, that's what I was talking about, the sleeves. I was like, oh no, where did I put her sleeves? And now they just look like they're sprouting off her arms, like it just, whatever. And now I'm giving her knee-high boots, because that's trendy. She's a trendy witch. And yeah, her whole like witch outfit is like subtly bat themed. The bat brooch and like the bat wing boots that look like spurs. And then in the parts where the marker is a little too fat to be able to fill in the dark places enough, I just use the micron pens again to fill it in. There we go. There we go. Add some more detail to the broom. Make it look a little more straw-like. I really like how I made the broom really puffy. It looks almost like a sprouting flower. Alright, we're just gonna add a little bit of color now. So I'm using Muji gel pens. Muji recently opened up where I live. And you know what? It is kind of expensive in there. It's a quote-unquote no-name brand with quality products, and I do think their products are good quality. But my god, I spent like $6 on like 3 pens that I could have got the same price set for like $1 at the dollar store, but whatever. Spur of the moment thing. And I'm just giving her some orange hair, because black and orange are thematic colors for Halloween. And instead of using like cross-hatching, I just use like stripes. I don't know what you call that type of shading technique to add to the swift effect, because I think if I cross-hatched it would kind of blunt the swift look. I don't know if I'm just making that up or if you understand, but if you understand, just comment down below. And there we go, just adding some final touches now. She's looking pretty cute. And I decided that the background was a little too plain, so I ended up drawing the most wonkiest moon. Like, I honestly should have started with pencil so that it looked more even. This moon looks like it was cut out by a 3-year-old child. And the stars too. Like, I'm learning my lessons, people. This challenge is all about self-improvement. And that's the finished piece. Thank you for watching, you guys. And if you want to name the witch, go ahead. Give her a name.